Recover and regroup.
This area that we live in is pretty special to me because of the time that I've spent in it, whether I'm on the farm working or just in my daily life. Like, you know, it still has to provide a living for me and my family, and there is some sort of a longevity there that I have to sustain, and there's a balance to be struck in all of that between appreciating what you have and letting it be as it needs to be and what it's truly intended to be, and then also using it an advantage in a way that doesn't spoil that and ruin it, you know, being able to appreciate it for what it really is. Unbound to me is something that has always been in the background. I say that as a farmer and rancher in the area. Knowing and growing up with some of the people that were instrumental in starting and growing that race into what it's become now, it has just become this juggernaut in our community as far as it's become something that is hard to even fathom sometimes. Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't remember seeing it.
Well, it's inside of
it. Growing up in this area and being a young child riding my bicycle on the gravel roads around here, I never would have imagined that, you know, small town Lyon County, Kansas would be known for the world's most premier gravel bicycle race. It just, if you would have said that 20 years ago, everyone would have said you were insane. Day to day, there's always some need for livestock to be taken care of, whether it's feeding or watering, making sure that everybody's up and healthy and good to go. You know, you always have to take care of the animals first and foremost, and then after that's taken care of, then we look to the fields, and if weather's permitting, we do the necessary work there, whether it's, you know, preparation for planting or planting and just caring for those needs.
Good luck, Lachlan.
Thanks, man. You too.
Thank you. Enjoy it.
Cheers.
Whether it's the most simple 1967 John Deere tractor that you have or a brand new combine, they all have a lot of the same components. You know, most every bolt's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and you kind of just have to start there. You start with identifying the problem as best as you can and coming up with a solution to fix it. There's not always somebody right there handy to help you, so a lot of times you just have to take the time and figure it out yourself, and that can mean, you know, doing it efficiently, but also being able to slow down just a moment and make sure that you're identifying the right problem and not causing more for yourself in the process. It's like I have to jumpstart my truck to get the air compressor to start, to air up a tire, to jumpstart my lawnmower. It's just like this. That's just how life is around here. So nothing's easy in the Midwest. He is number one. Holy smokes. that can translate into a lot of other things throughout our lives that are, difficult tasks. A lot of the challenges with farming that tend to parallel to that type of thing aren't necessarily the physical demands. It's more of the mental stress that you can undertake when you are, putting up, say, purchasing land and saying, like, you know what, I'm going to spend the next 30 years of my life working and sweating and bleeding on this land to help pay for it. And when you start out, you say, I don't know that this is something I'll be able to do, but I sure hope so. And if I'm going to go for it, then by golly, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that I am successful. Once the sun goes down, there's always this moment there where you leave the lights off as long as you can. As the sun goes down, you just want to experience everything as it comes down to a close. And then when you flip the lights on, it's like a whole new experience. And you can see the lights off in the distance, but it really is just like this closed-in area, and you're almost in your own little world. Some people, I think, are uncomfortable with that, but I found some sort of solace in that, and I was really enjoying that time alone. It's just me and myself and the machine, whether it was my bike or, something that I was used to with the tractors or the combine at night, but just that time with yourself, alone with your thoughts. There's some sort of intangible that is to be experienced from walking through nature and being so directly connected to it and creating something from this tiny little seed that you're able to see it grow in front of your face. And it's so much like the children in your life, your kids, and I want them to be able to experience this and appreciate this in a similar way as they grow up. And that's something that I hope I can pass along to them and help them to understand, is this level of appreciation that we have for what we're able to experience. each person has their own experience that they're going through and this thing that they're doing together simultaneously.
Flint Hills Rodeo, and if you don't remember nothing else you've seen or